spent preparing and storming the beaches, hard lessons yet awaited the soldiers advancing into the hedgerows beyond. With German defenses strengthening and reinforcements en route from central France, the Allies were in desperate need of a breakout. Operation Cobra achieved that objective before the end of July 1944, and the 2nd Armored Division's 2 combat commands were instrumental in bringing about this much-needed victory. The hard-fought clearing of the Rancé pocket on July 29th forced thousands of German soldiers to surrender. In the following days, the Allies managed to free Avranches, thrusting open the gate into Brittany after covering nearly as much ground as had been captured since the campaign began on D-Day. The area surrounding Saint-Lô would be fully liberated shortly thereafter. The result of Operation Cobra freed Allied forces from being bogged down with firefights in the maze-like bocage to press on into the Brittany Peninsula and the vital ports beyond. Owing in large part to the brave actions of everyday soldiers, superior supply, improved logistics, and undisputed control of the skies, the American First Army exploited an enemy in disarray, prioritizing the taking of key objectives in what would later become textbook armored maneuvers. The Germans, who had dominated France for 4 brutal years, were stunned and reeling from this chain of defeats in Normandy. Nevertheless, they were ordered by the Führer himself to attempt a futile counterattack at Mortain. The results were disastrous for the Germans, forcing them into an even hastier retreat. With cunning flanking maneuvers by the Americans from the south and the British, Canadians, and Polish pushing on from Caen, the Allies encircled 2 entire divisions of German Western Army Group B. These events, becoming known as the Falaise Pocket, crippled the German fighting spirit and were among the most decisive moments in the battle for France. Paris would ultimately be liberated by the end of August, along with the creation of a new southern front. The routed German Western Army left Hitler without sufficient forces to maintain the occupation. The Nazis were out of France by the end of 1944. But victory came at a heavy cost. And many civilians were tragically caught in the crossfire. The world was engulfed in conflict. The scope of destruction was unimaginable. We must always remember what was lost by so many and the solemn lessons of history. For those who forget the past will bear the heaviest risk, repeating it.